Welcome guys, another episode of Ultra Kill. So I've been playing some Hollow Knight for 21 hours straight, and Hollow Knight, everything about it is so gosh darn peak. The soundtrack, the game design, the mechanics, the boss fights, the enemy design, the enemy fight scenes, the enemy mechanics, everything about it is peak except for the runtime. I mean, not the runtime, the runbacks. Basically, whenever you die, you gotta do runbacks for like specific enemies, and sometimes when you die so far without a bench or save point, you're just screwed, and usually you're better off just quitting so you can go to the nearest bench and just redo the runbacks and just redo the entire thing so you don't lose all your stuff. Sometimes it's just better that way. Alright, so anyhow, but besides the runbacks, everything is just peak. The boss animations, everything. I mean, I don't talk about the art design. The art design is just peak. I don't know who made the art for Hollow Knight, and I gotta praise them. Okay, this art style is just so good. The atmosphere is so good. The art and the design actually captures the atmosphere of the tragedy of Hollowness and the fact that it feels hollow and dead. And the art style, the coloring, the color themes, everything is so well captured of the themes of Hollow Knight. It's dark and mystical themes, and it's like abandoned cities feel abandoned, and the lush sides feel so lively. Everything feels so lively. And one thing I really like is also Dirtmouth, what was his name called? I really like it. Okay, I really like the fact that it feels abandoned at first until you save everybody, and then it feels lively. Everyone's alive. There's lights everywhere. It's so cool. Every single detail makes this game such a peak cinema experience. It's just so good. I just can't stop glazing it, man. I'm doing tricks on it at this point, okay? I'm just doing tricks on it. It's like praising Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen or praising Ultra Kill, but I don't really do that often because I make fun of it. And for those who hate the game because of like specific things, like how difficult it is, as One Hornet would say, get good. Just get good, you degenerates. Just because you're bad at the game doesn't mean the game is bad, alright? It's just this massive skill issue from your part. And just get good and enjoy the game, alright? It doesn't really matter. It's not really even that difficult of a game, I'll be honest. The more difficult fights are the boss fights, which actually are normal. Anyhow, talking about how good the game is, I should probably talk about the boss fights, considering the fact I love the boss fights, alright? Boss fights are the pinnacle of all gaming, okay? Boss fights are necessary, unless it's a multiplayer FPS game, then I don't think it's absolutely necessary. Boss fights are just the best in video games, okay? It's basically a test of skill and how much you learned, and the fact that you can beat the boss fights after multiple tries gives you the greatest satisfaction of all time, alright? It's just the best feeling. The moment you beat that one single hard boss, you get euphoria. You feel like Gojo. You feel like Teen Gojo awakened. You feel high. You feel so good. You feel not even angry. You're angry at first, and then when you beat it, you feel happy. You yell out loud. Everything is great. That's how good boss fights are. Boss fights are needed in every game, and I missed. Never mind. He killed himself. Anyhow, so like. It's like Hollow Knight has one of the best boss fights, and it's just so amazing. The moment you start learning their patterns is the moment you feel like God, okay? You just feel like such a good player when you finally get used to their patterns and you beat them. For example, like I got stuck on like one boss, which is Lost Kin. I did stop to get some bit of upgrades, but the moment I beat it, I was so happy because it took me like 20 tries to beat it and a bunch of hours. Alright, it took so long just to beat this one singular boss, and I did it, and I did it. I beat it. I felt so happy. I never felt so happy. I was the most happiest man of all time. Anyhow, so one of the boss fights I think I genuinely love is it's I don't know why I lagged anyhow. Is Hornet. I think Hornet is one of the best boss fights in my opinion, due to how easy and how simple and how hard it is. But she's definitely not up to my favorites. Of course, she's one of the favorites, but I think since I haven't beaten every single Hollow Knight bosses yet, I don't really get to say who's my favorite yet. But currently, I think it's like the Mantis Lords. I really like the Mantis Lords mechanics and the phases and stuff. I really like it. I really enjoy the Mantis Lords. It took me like 5 tries to beat it, which, considering the fact that run back is actually quite terrible. Anyhow, other than the boss fights, I should probably talk about the soundtrack, which is just good. Alright, but the one thing I would like to say, I prefer Ultra Q soundtrack because I actually have a personal type, and Hollow Knight is definitely up there with the game. I like the soundtrack with the game, but individually, I think I prefer Ultra Q's. Like, if I can listen to it like without, you know, playing the game, I just enjoy Ultra Q's ones more because of its much more like upbeater guitarist tone. I actually prefer Ultra Q's soundtrack over Hollow Knight, which doesn't mean Hollow Knight is bad. It's just that I just prefer Hollow Knight's soundtrack with the game, and its soundtrack is still good. It's like it's still S tier in my opinion, but Ultra Q is just my personal favorite, honestly. Anyhow, so talking about the soundtrack after glazing Ultra Q's one and saying why it's my personal favorite, the Hollow Knight soundtrack actually makes you feel like you're in the world. Like it feels, how do I say it? It feels environmental. The Hollow Knight soundtrack feels more environmental than Ultra Q's one. Ultra Q's one feels more like you're the boss, you know. It feels more Devil May Cry, which is my personal favorite soundtracks. I like the songs in the Devil May Cry, so maybe that correlates the fact that I like Ultra Q's soundtrack more than Hollow Knight's. But Hollow Knight's one feels more environmental and feels more like lo-fi, if you know what I mean. I mean, the bosses are actually quite unique. I actually quite like the boss soundtracks. It actually makes you feel like you're in a boss fight, so it's really cool, I guess. I mean, one of the best part of the soundtrack is that, you know, the soundtrack makes you feel like you're in the game, which I actually stated. But also, like, since it makes you feel like you're in the game, it makes you more immersed within the game, which is actually one of the good things about Hollow Knight, actually. What makes it really peak is the fact that I feel so immersed within the game that I don't really know what to say. It's just a really good thing to make your gamers feel that they're in the game themselves, you know. I mean, sometimes it's bad because sometimes people actually believe they're in the game, which is quite bad if you're no life and you have no social life at all. But Hollow Knight makes you feel like you're in the game, and I love the game for that. Also, one more thing I really like is actually, like, you know, the game design. The designs of Hollow Knight is just amazing. All right, I have to admit it. It's genuinely one of the best art designs I've ever seen. Okay, I mean, talking about like art design, I think character design wise, Hollow Knight has one of the best. Okay, the knight is a recognizable figure. Okay, it's one of the more recognizable figures. It's simple. Its horn, its silhouette, everything is really well done. And I could talk about art styles because, you know, I am an artist. I tend to forget that I am an artist first before I'm a gamer. So yeah. Anyhow, so where was it? Alright, Hollow Knight's art styles peak, and its character design is really good. And I wish I could make such designs. Okay, I love complicated designs, but the designs of Hollow Knight being so simple and it works so well, makes it one of the best game designs I've ever seen in a game. Now, after glazing the entirety of Hollow Knight, I should probably talk about my experience with it, you know. I quite enjoyed it. I mean, the video where I talked about the semester break, I think I ended off at the Hornets area. After that, I think I completed I fought the Mantis Lord, the Soul Master, the Traitor Lord, and a lot of things, you know. I fought a lot of people for shits and giggles. I also fought Hornet twice. I'll be exact, Hornet's actually quite a good boss fight, as I said, but I don't want to talk about much, you know. But one thing I actually want to say, one of my least favorite parts of the experience is, of course, not only the run back, but also sometimes the parkour. There's a lot of spikes in this game. Alright, there's so much spikes, and it's painful. Every time I hit it, I just go, alright, I hate it. I don't like it. But it's majorly on my skill issue. It's not a bad thing to have like obstacles in your games. I mean, what else to say? Also, this lore. I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I haven't finished the lore of Hollow Knight. I think I've only gone through like a measly quarter. All right, I've only gone through the measly smear. All right, I don't really know much about the lore, so I won't be talking about it. But the lore is interesting. You're a husk, and there's a bunch of dead siblings. I think because I know for a fact that, you know, I went through the abyss. I'm a big, it's like one thing that actually I really like about Hollow Knight is that it actually creeps you out at times. Some of the places actually genuinely creeped me out, which is surprising, because never once in my entire gaming life have I been creeped out, other than in Five Nights at Freddy's when I was 10. I'm not joking. I think 7. And when I was 7, I got introduced to Five Nights at Freddy's. I got scared as shit, because I didn't know what the hell type of game my brother gave to me, so I just got scared. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't even check the cameras. I was just scared. I was way too scared. Oh, there's also charms. I actually like the charms mechanic. Like, it gives you buffs and gives you other things. I only unlocked like a few charms. I also really like the fact. I also really like the puzzles. The puzzles are actually rewarding, which is quite good. Because if you don't know, Utriku's puzzles are not rewarding at all. They just give you more lore and stuff, which I actually don't mind having more lore, because having more lore in the game is good, and if the puzzle rewards you with more lore, that's even better. But I like the fact that when you complete a puzzle, you not only unlock a new portion of the game, but also like you gain like a specific item or like currency. I actually quite like that. The currency part I don't like, but I like the mask, the vessel fragments, these get rewarded to me. I like it. And also, like, sometimes you get charms, which is also one of the greatest things. Charms are like the most important things in Hollow Knight, alright? Other than health and not getting hit, charms are like quite literally the most important ones, because like they give you buffs. Right? The buffs are really needed in this game. If you don't have charms, I don't think you'll be able to beat this game. I mean, you're able to, but you're gonna have a really bad time doing it. I don't know if I talked about everything I actually liked about Hollow Knight, but my throat is really hurt right now, so I'm probably gonna end the video right about here. So it's time for the outro. So anyhow, that's really about it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. And if you have any personal thoughts of Hollow Knight and what you want to like about it, you can comment down below. Please do, of course. And also like and subscribe. Anyhow, so if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you didn't, like and subscribe. And that's about it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, wait, wrong one. Wrong outro. Anyhow, that's it for the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.